Good morning, Puckers. What's up? I'm the Prez, Lawrence Presman. We got the Italian, the legend, and the kid. Carmine, Dave Koken, and Andrew McGinnis. And, well, I'm going to do a weekend wrap-up, but let's start with you, Dave Koken. Outstanding weekend. Tell us about it.
Well, Coastal Carolina was the big play, and about a touchdown dog. It went down a little bit toward game time, but I mean, they just were as easy as it gets. They were up 28-0 and kind of coasted from there. So that was easy, and had a ton of people on for it. I'm glad they bought the game, and I'm glad they got paid in a big way. And the weekend was good overall. 2-1 college, 2-0 NFL, Cardinals outright, and a very easy winner on the Bengals game under. So 5-1 to start the football season. I'm pretty happy right now.
I'd say that was a very easy win on the Cardinals as well. Carmine Bianco, should we skip you?
No.
Yeah, baby.
Friday was decent, a winning day. Saturday was a good winning day. Sunday, hockey was a winning day. NFL was terrible, to say the least. Not bad. It's just when you lose those, I'd rather lose a game if I have a total or if I have a point spread. I'd rather lose the game by like 40 points than to lose it by 1 or 2 points because it hurts that much more. But, I had over 47.5 in the San Fran game and a couple of missed field goals. That stuff happens. But San Fran, Shanahan just doesn't know how to coach in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? At that point, I think the score was 24-20. I've got over 47.5. They got 5 minutes left. And just his play calling and between him and Garoppolo's throwing, he threw one to the end zone where the guy was wide open and the thing just fluttered in the air. And I'm like, my God. And, of course, the defender made a play. That one should have gone over the total, didn't go over the total. Unfortunately, so it's a loser. On the good end, we ended, Lawrence, because we did the soccer thing. My two futures won in both women's and men's. Osaka plus 600 in the women's, and Thiem team is plus 850. So two nice futures. Both won the men's and U.S. Tennis championship. So we finished that off. So I'm pretty happy about that. But other than that, we're moving on. New week, man. Let's do it.
You got it, brother. And we went 2-2 together, me and you, in our 5 picks. We got one still to go tonight in our Circa contest, and we won our Survivor pool. Not the whole pool, God. Please let that go
my God.
into the air.
Did you see the carnage in that though?
Yeah, Dave.
There's a third
more than
Circa
a third
Survivor. There's basically a third of the entries got eliminated yesterday, with the majority being on the Colts.
Yeah.
That was a big one. Just 41, did a ton of people in.
1,373 entries in that pool, along with Lawrence and I. 565 eliminated, or 567 with the Cowboys eliminated. 41%. 41%.
Yeah. No, it's more than that. That was the third was. That's right. The third was published before the Cowboys game, and there were a lot of Cowboys plays yesterday. I'm not in it, but I would have taken the Patriots.
That's
yesterday,
what
so
we took.
I'll still be alive.
And I begged. I pleaded the Patriots. Okay, it wasn't a begging and pleading.
No, but I did say to him the only game I did not want to take was the Colts.
I took it in my other Survivor. Let's move on. Man, I had a 3-1 NFL day, but I lost my 5% play, and all of us know we'd trade all 3 of those losses for that one win. It was the under in the Jacksonville Indy game, and pretty much anything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But let's move on. I had a great college football day as well. I'm rolling right now. 6-2 in football so far this season. We're going to talk both hockey games. I want to welcome everybody in. Brian Watson, who would have known Dallas would be up 3-1? One of our posters commented on Friday's show that back in October, November, the Prez said he wouldn't be surprised to see Dallas in the Stanley Cup Finals. So Brian, the Prez knew. I'll give him a thanks later. Oscar 87, what's going on? Let's get that cash. Carm's got a 5% play, everybody. You can see it at the bottom of the screen. Very rare, 5% NHL play tonight. It's only $9 at WagerTalk.com. Hey, Gene, hope you're doing well. Trance, what's up, my brother? I can hear Gary Glitter rock and roll tune as the boys get ready. I wasn't playing that. Mixed by Post, what's happening, dude? Stefan, Nate, Frank Bud, we love you. Matt Carpenter, hit that smash that hit. Andrew, I did the second one purposely. Hit that like button, everybody. Come on, we need it. We need it. Those likes are really important to us. Same with the comments too. Nathan Carter, hey Dave Koch, and I need another Monday special. Okay, boys.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, Dave. I thought maybe you gave him a reach around or something. I don't know.
Not Monday special, monthly special.
Before we get to the games,
it said monthly special.
Monthly special.
Oh well, then that's actually important. Let's get him a monthly special. Where is that comment? Who is that? That wrote Nathan. Email customer service. Ask for a monthly special for Dave Kochen. Tell him the Prez sent you. Brian Watson, Prez, your football play 5%. Thanks, dude. It lost. Who won the head competition? Does Kelly owe Prez dinner? I don't even know what these guys are talking about. Maybe
the head-to-head. Come on, bet on it versus
we've omitted something here.
Hockey.
No.
Andrew,
Andrew's just tearing it up right now.
Did I not ask him how he did?
No, we were getting there.
Oh, my God. Okay, let's start the show over again. Good morning, Puckers! Andrew McGinnis!
What's up?
But you know what, Dave? You're right, and thank you, because Andrew is his baseball is blowing everybody away. I mean, you and Tony are gods in the sport. He's killing you both. He's rolling in everything. Dude, go. I'm going to sit back. You're going to take over, and then we're going to get to hockey.
Just overall, I mean, return on investment is, from all the people that anybody should look up to in this industry. That's what the name of the game is. Not your record, not your win percentage, return on investment. It's now 81% last 30 days for me, ROI. Anybody that bought a 30-day pass is just having a tremendous month, and I'm just happy for the clients. It starts with basketball. The Raptors series versus the Celtics. Sad to see them go. I pretty much bet the under in every game in that series. Neither team got to 100 in that elimination game. Defense mattered, so that started off the weekend on a great note. Had a 2-1 weekend in the NFL. It should have been better. I know you were on the other side of one of my plays, Prez. I had the over in the Ravens and the Browns game. I should have just been on the Ravens because the Browns couldn't do anything for me. And, of course, hockey's going well. And just all around, I think that what I've really been trying to do is, 1 or 2 games in each sport and just kind of really mix my portfolio around. And yesterday I had the Blue Jays and I had the Padres on the run line. So baseball continues to roll. You're not going to get 4 or 5 plays from me in the MLB every day. You're going to get maybe 1 or 2. But I will say all the great information I get from Dave and the rest of the guys on First Pitch, it's tempting to add a few more. But I appreciate it, guys. And for everybody out there, I tweet this out all the time. I have no issue posting daily pick packages. And Dave and I feel the same way, I believe. If you really, are interested in someone or a handicapper, grab a package. I have a coupon code that I guess is extended 15 off on any of my long-term packages. You're going to get every single play, not just the 1 or 2.
That's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
Yep. I'm a perfect example, Andrew. I went 3-1 yesterday and lost my 5% play, and the guys who are buying the single plays are all honing in on these 5%ers. It's literally 1% more than a 4%er. It's not like some, Ferrari that drives down the street. Guys, we're going to watch Wager Talk today, everybody. I got to talk to you about a tweet sent out yesterday, probably the greatest tweet in the history of Wager Talk. But we're not going to talk about it on this show. We're just
right,
teasing
let's
it for Wager Talk today. Guys, make sure to play Andrews in must-play mode. Let's go, boys. Vegas minus 170, Dallas plus 150. The total is dropped to 5, Dave Koken. Started at 6. This game's going over 5.
Well, wait, but what started at 6?
Like the series at the beginning. The first game was 6.
But the consensus was 5.5 for all 3 games. But now it's 5. Over slightly juiced. But, look, there's been no scoring in this series. That said, I'm obviously not there at practice. So this is just a guess. And that's all it is. It's a guess. But I think the Golden Knights are just going to throw caution to the wind in this game. They've tried to play their style, and they've done well with it in terms of controlling ice time and getting shots. But I think they're just tonight. I think it's balls to the wall. I think they're just going to attack like crazy.
Yeah,
and that could lead to odd man rushes the other way. I also think that you could see penalties tonight. I have a feeling it's going to be a chippy game, particularly if the Golden Knights fall behind. They might get really frustrated at that point. That could mean power plays. It's just a gut feeling, and it's not a strong play. I'll post it as a free play. It's going to be a 2% play for me. That's our lowest rating. So I wouldn't take this to the bank, but I think you're going to get goals tonight, and the total is the lowest it's been, over 5.
I'm with you 100%, Dave. I think we're going to get goals tonight, too. We've seen it in elimination games already.
Yeah.
There's going to and factor in the fact that we could have 5 minutes without a goalie. Andrew McGinnis, where are you going?
You can't argue with the over in elimination games. However, just the way this series has played out, guys, it's really kept me off. So, kind of a phrase that Dave likes to say, if I was to pick a winner in this game, I would just be guessing. For me, the only play that I've entered into my sports betting website is the team total overshots, 34.5 for the Vegas Golden Knights. It's a prop wager. I'm sorry I don't have much on this actual game, but it's desperation mode. Everybody knows what it is for this Vegas Golden Knights team. They've tried to play their style. They've tried to get down low and score those goals. They've tried to fire from the point. Their power play isn't clicking. I think it's very easy to say this after any game is over, but I'm pissed off for not getting at least one of these plus prices on the Dallas Stars. Aren't you guys? I'm not prepared to lay the juice.
Not really, because they've been lucky.
Yeah, I want to be on the right side, Andrew.
Vegas
Well, Dallas has been the right side.
The better team has lost 3 of the 4 games.
Which means Dallas wasn't the right side, Andrew. Everybody always looks at gambling in an isolated situation. Teddy and I were talking about buying half points in football last week. We said, both Teddy and I said, we never buy a half point. It makes no sense mathematically. You're literally paying 20 cents for something that happens between 4 and 8% of the time, depending what number you're buying on. Next day, I get a comment. Prez, I lost by half a point. I was going to buy it, but I didn't buy it because you told me not to buy it. It's the same with this, Andrew. It's like poker. Just get your money in good. If you lose, you lose. Vegas was the right side. Wrong ending. What can you do?
Can I respond?
No.
Okay. Let me just say something real quick.
Of course, dude.
The poker analogy is good because with poker, you can look at a guy like Phil Hellmuth, someone that's always pissed off about bad beats. He had the odds in his favor. But with sports betting, although we can say, yes, Vegas has outshot them, Vegas has outchanced them, Vegas has more talent, but, how many more times do we want to bet the team that's going to lose just because they're the better team? Is kind of what I'm trying to say here.
Well, do that 100 times. I'll do it 100 times.
At minus 160?
The one argument to that is that in hockey, unlike poker or anything else, one guy can basically screw everything up. And in the case of the last 2 series, it was Thatcher Demko who almost beat the Golden Knights. And in this series, it's Anton Khudobin.
Yeah.
Great point.
He has been absolutely ridiculous. And when he misses one, it hits the post. He's just, the guy's on a roll.
It's absolutely insane. And then you look at like how some of these goals get scored, like the one on Lehner where it kind of just floats over him because it got deflected. There's nothing you can do about these. It happens in every sport. I'm a huge soccer guy, and do you know how many times I see a team that has no chance of winning take a shot, it goes off a defender, and the goalie's going one way and the ball goes the other, and those are obviously huge nets. There's nothing you can do about it. It's you can't handicap that. There's no way of handicapping that Khudobin is standing on his head or that Vegas is going to hit the goalpost or crossbar. You can't.
Cliches are the stupidest things in the world. I mean, like, why would you want a cake if you can't eat it? How bad would a goalie be if he actually was standing on his head? I mean, I'm guessing the over should be around 80.
Yeah, but he would have the top shelf.
Who made that saying, Prez? Who made that saying?
All of these taste like shit. Nobody's tasted shit. I mean, for all you know, it might be delish. Like,
listen, well, how about top shelf where Mama hides the cookies? My mom never hid the cookies in the top shelf.
Oh, I could talk to you about. My parents used to lock the junk in a cupboard and hide the key. Every Saturday night, me and my two brothers would spend the entire night searching for that key. So, Carm, back to the game.
I used to search for my dad's Playboys in a similar fashion, and I usually found them.
Yeah, no doubt. You just look to where your mother doesn't look.
Did you return them, Dave, or they were yours at that point?
The subscription eventually just transferred over to me.
Dave, I'm going to show you something.
My father was.
I'm going to leave the camera. Carm, continue talking. Go. I'm leaving.
This is similar to this series is similar to like if you've ever watched it, Groundhog Day, where he's smashing the alarm clock at 6 a.m. every morning, and you relive the same thing. And that's what we're doing with this Dallas Stars team in Vegas. We're just smashing that clock, hoping that the Stars get it perfect one time, and you wake up to the world that you want to live in, type of thing. But I have to agree with Dave as far as the total here. It's hard to fathom after 4 games. These teams have only scored a total of 6 goals each. And Ralph Michaels put up a stat this morning when the Vegas Golden Knights, their last 7 games are 0-7. The over-under is 0-7, and the Knights have not scored in the first period. So why would I go on the over in this game? For the same thought process that Dave has. We're probably going to see the best game possible from this Vegas team,
or the worst,
I would think, or the worst,
And I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it'll be in between.
Yeah, and either way, it's going to equate into goals. I think it's going to be a chippy game. I think we're going to see power plays from both sides. So, as far as that goes, I would buck the trend of 0-7 unders when Vegas is favored.
Was there a prop on? Is there a prop on a Reeves fight?
There probably is. And speaking of props,
I'm gonna get one tonight.
I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but you guys in the States have
props for something.
No, you guys have FanDuel in the States. FanDuel had something going on yesterday on the Rams. Prez, listen to this one: Rams Cowboys game. That for every 5,000 people that bet on the Rams to cover the spread, they would add a point to the point spread.
Wow.
So at game closing, you got the Rams at plus 39 points.
That's so cool.
That was the closing number.
There was
plus
another.
39.
So, Carm, I mean, listen, it's a free-for-all to get gamblers now. There was another sportsbook in America that put out Tampa Bay plus 1,000. So if you've never signed up, your first bet could be Tampa Bay plus 1,000.
Yeah.
The issue is they won't let you withdraw your money until the year 2028.
Yeah, like 11 rollovers, et cetera, et cetera. Dave, I got to show you something. I don't know if you could see this. I was born in May 1969. Look at this. This is the Playboy cover from the month I was born. Should I open it, or will be banned by YouTube?
Can you open it, or is it like glued together or something?
It's fully.
Oh, nobody got that. Okay, good.
Fully openable. Yeah, I can't. We're running a family show. I can't.
I can't say I specifically remember the issue.
That's what I thought. I wanted to know.
I was a subscriber for a long, long time. It was a great magazine.
There were great articles in there. Let's be honest. Dave, you specifically.
No, seriously, the interviews.
Yeah, they were the best.
I mean, obviously, the first thing was the pictures, obviously, but especially when you're a kid. But I mean, the interviews were amazing.
You actually remember this edition?
No, I don't remember that edition.
I buy them for the articles.
Yeah. Okay, boys. I got some questions for you from the chat room, and then we'll get to the next game. Andrew McGinnis, it probably won't open. Aren't you a little lippy? Okay. Question 1. Prez is all over the place. If this is not how I do Wager Talk today. Carmine, what percentage of your bankroll do you bet on your free plays? John Wood, the answer is about 2% for everyone across the board, but I mean, some guys are different. Let me finish. No. Some guys are different, but around the average is 2%. Now you can go, Carm.
All right, my free plays that I put up on WagerTalk, you'll see them. They're always listed at 3% there, unless in the analysis section, I state play this at 2% of your bankroll. And the reason being is if we put up a 2% free play, we cannot put an analysis with it. The system is not set up that way. So I will load it as a 3% and then in the analysis say, treat this as a 2% play.
Mine are always what they are rated at. Always. Because they're always selections. Right. I never put up an extra opinion. It's either a bet or it's not. And but some are stronger than others. This, I believe, tonight will be the first ever 2% free play.
Oh, there you go. There's
Dave,
the answer to question.
If I can, it's not a strong opinion.
If I can just state something, I think the reason we get these questions is if you actually go over to our free play section, we load them up as 3% plays in order to put this on there, but it does not show up on the main page when you click on free sports picks. It does not say 3% play or 2% play and so on and so forth. So it doesn't actually show what we've loaded unless you actually go to our capper page. And there it'll show you what the play is loaded as.
Head office is always saying to me, Prez, man, there was one game today. Your show was 30 minutes. What the hell? Hector Rodriguez, how much do you normally bet on a regular play, 1% or 2%? So I'll answer that question. I literally bet the percent that you're buying. So if it's 5%, I'm literally betting 5% of my bankroll. At least 90% of my plays are 4% plays. I very, very rarely have a 3% play, so ultimately for me, I'm betting 4% on 90% of my plays. Carm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was good stuff. Dave?
Let's go.
Vamos!
I answered mine already.
Most of mine are 3 or 4.
Andrew?
It depends on the volume of the sport, really. How many games I'm releasing.
Oh, me and you need to talk. Call me later. Anthony says he has a new show for us on Netflix.
You had 5 NFL plays.
Yeah, but I still bet the same percentage across the board.
Okay.
Curse on Netflix. I've never heard of it, Anthony. Please tell me what it's about. It sounds freaking awesome.
Sounds like it's about swearing.
That's right.
It's so dedicated to profanity.
That's right in my sweet spot. Carm brought his niece over on Friday for a swim. She's 5 years old. How many times did I curse, Carm?
You swore maybe 3 times, but
Shit, I had the over at 4.
Yeah, but someone else did swear, so there was 4 of them. So she heard it 4 times. So
you got to push there.
You got to push there. Let's move on to this Islanders game.
Tampa Bay Islanders tomorrow. Another elimination game, 4-1 yesterday. Tampa Bay minus 165 over and under is for Dave Koch, and I'll go to you first.
Probably do the same thing and then take the over. That Tampa first line is unstoppable right now. So they're going to score a goal or two. The Islanders are just, the Islanders play their system, but they're going to have to do something different in this game. And they just can't beat Tampa playing the style they're playing. So what the hell? Just again throw caution to the wind and take a shot. In elimination games, Andrew, I think briefly touched on this. If the team trailing's down in the third period, they're going to pull their goalie, even if there's 3 goals deficit. They're going to pull their goalie, and it's going to be early. So you've got an increased chance for a goal or 2 late. I'll probably be doing the same thing tomorrow as I'm doing here, which is a small play on the over.
Andrew McGinnis.
There's a lot of books where you can get which period will be the highest scoring period. I think the third period would be the one that you'd put for obvious reasons instead of just betting the third period over. But yeah, I like the over 5. I'm staying off the side in this one. If you look at it, the same thing that you guys said and Dave just mentioned is that the Islanders, their style is just not working against Tampa Bay. They're way too fast. If they're going to win, it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game. Obviously, we saw after that first game blowout, the bounce back was a low-scoring effort, but since then it's just been nonstop action. There probably should have been more goals in the last game, and 5 is just way too low. And look, I don't know. I don't really talk to bookmakers. I wish I do. Prez talks to them on WagerTalk today. Quick little plug for the show, but look, they should be accounting for these elimination games. I mean, they're not. It's a complete different style. And I don't know, no matter how great a team is, you can book it that there's going to be at least one empty net goal. And, I've been saying it all playoffs long. If you're not betting third period overs in elimination games, you don't like winning in hockey. And I think that's a bet that you should be involved in. So if you don't want to bet this full game over 5, wait until the second intermission and bet that in-game over.
Yeah,
over
I've
1.5.
been doing it all. I've been doing it all playoffs. Great stuff, Andrew McGinnis. Carmine Bianco, what are you doing in this game?
This series, I've actually done pretty good in this series. I will say I had the Islanders in their game that they won as a dog plus 125. On Saturday, I think it was, or on Sunday, I had both the Lightning, I think a 4% play on the Lightning, and the Lightning on the puck line as well too. And there's nothing I've seen to make me change my thoughts that the Lightning are the best team in the playoffs. 17 goals in 4 games they've scored. 17 goals. Everything that the Islanders have done in the playoffs and playing well defensively and shutting teams down, the Tampa Bay Lightning are making them look like that team that couldn't stop a puck before the shutdown. If you remember that, where they allowed 31 goals over 10 games. The Lightning are making them look like that. They may not be that type of team, but that's how the Lightning are making them look because they're scoring at will. They went down a goal, and then they quickly scored two quick ones, literally in succession, and took that game over, and it was done after that. I just don't see how the Islanders usually closeout games are ones where I say it's the toughest game to win. You know what I mean? We always talk about this, but this Tampa team just seems destined, and maybe it's one of those things where last year's playoffs they got bounced in the first round in 4 straight or whatever, and they learned from that, and they're just playing as a team. And this is in spite of missing Stamkos, in spite of missing for a game or so Point and Johnson. They're just playing very well, this team, and it's very hard to even make a case for the Islanders at this point. I can't do it. So it's the Lightning for me, and I honestly think you have to come back with the puck line, lay the 1.5, take the plus 160, and cash with Tampa Bay, because that's likely what I am doing on Tuesday.
Prez, real quick, I just want to say that I talked about at the start of this playoffs, the preview show we did. How big of a factor can we say in this Islanders-Bolts series? Would it be of a difference if there was more of a home and away? I mean, this is like a complete stomping from game 1, and there's no change of scenery.
Andrew,
there's no larger breaks.
I mean, I just can't answer those questions.
I think it's huge. You look at these series; they don't have a change of scenery. They don't have the fans behind them. They don't have a 3-day break. It's a constant 1 day off. Yeah. The following day they play, and there's no change of scenery. We're seeing it in the NBA bubble as well. These guys are just playing casual hoops at the YMCA. I mean, there's no it's kind of taking the professionalism out of it. And for some players and teams, it makes them more comfortable.
Well, I think the hockey's been sensational. Guys, I want to take care of one big chat that's going on in the posting forum, and then we'll call it a show. So a lot of you guys are talking about, what's the size of the bankrolls that we have to bet? If you have $1,000 bankroll and you're betting 40%, 4% of your bankroll, you're only making a $40 bet. Is it still worth betting if you're only making $30, $40 bets? I want to slap you people up the head. Not over the history of sports betting, about 97% of you lose money. So when you're looking at this thing saying, well, if I'm only winning $40 against 1,000, is it worth betting? Go into bets like you do when you're using the risk portion of your portfolio. This is a game where you need to avoid losing money. Don't worry about winning money. The winning money will happen. That'll come naturally. Avoid losing money. So if you have $1,000 bankroll, that's all you can afford to lose. It's okay. Enjoy it. $40 a game, $30 a game. Have fun with it. Build it up nice and slow.
Yeah. Can I add just to that?
Yep.
If you don't mind, you have to look at it. If you have $1,000 bankroll, it's like the Prez says, and it's $40 bets. At some point, as you continue to build your bankroll, those bets will get bigger. But you can't just jump into the deep end. Think of the most successful cash game players to parallel this. Cash game players in poker. They didn't start playing 10, 25 or 50, 100 or 1,000, 2,000. They started at the micro stakes and learned the game, because you learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're never going to win. You're always going to go broke. Don't look for a blue pill.
I need a blue pill.
This game is this game is a lock.
Dave Koken
this
lives
game
on
can't
him.
lose. Anyone who tells you a game is a lock, it can't lose. I'm hitting 90%.
Never
lifetime.
buy a play from that
Those
person.
guys, they are full of it.
I don't know why I keep interrupting in a mechanical voice.
Maybe you're Mr. Roboto.
Mr. Roboto. You guys watch me on WagerTalk today. It's like a different Prez. The other thing I just wanted to say, because somebody made mention, the reason you bet a percentage of your bankroll and not a static number is if you win, if you go 15-5 betting a percentage of bankroll, every bet you're betting is more. If your first bet was $50, your next bet will likely be $55. So a 15-5 run is actually a 16-5 run, because the exponential growth, you're making money on the money. So your exponential growth will give you an extra win. Conversely, if you go 5-15, the fact that you've decreased all the way down means you only went 5-14. Okay, I got to get my head in the game here.
Let me say real quick. Here's a dumbed down way of saying it. You need to hate to lose more than you love to win. Once you can do that, you will have a successful slow roll bankroll. Once you hate to lose more than you love to win, you'll be successful, because you'll stop trying to reach and bet more and bet more and bet more. Just hate to lose. Don't worry about the money. Hate to lose,
right?
And then you don't think about it.
Dave, I know you're handicapping while we talk. Did you want to add anything, and then we're calling it a show?
Dave, I'm just going to let Dave know. Dave, I bought Lawrence for his birthday a word of the day calendar. I think today's word was exponential.
Yeah, I was impressed with that.
Thanks,
it used to be massive.
Thanks. It was epic. Epic. Guys, I'll see you all at noon. Wager Talk today. Teddy and I, Marco, NFL Week 1 recap. Both games for the NFL tonight. Some baseball. Ralph Michaels joining us. It's going to be a fun show. Make sure to check it out, Wager Talk TV. I love you all. Smash that like button. You guys absolutely rock. Dave Koch and Andrew McGinnis Carmine. See you Wednesday, boys.
Later, boys. Best of luck.